Now, as we begin this journey today, I am imagining that my physical body is being surrounded by what reverse speech calls the whirlwind. And this is like a universal energy field that surrounds the whole planet. And what I'm doing now is I'm extending my whirlwind out to surround every person listening into this meditation now. And even if you're listening into the recording, you may even become aware of a slight tingling sensation as a whirlwind is surrounding all of you, even now as I speak. As the deep unconscious continues to shift and alter now. Now I'm going to give you some nice, simple instructions that will assist the physical body in completely relaxing. And as the physical body relaxes, so too does the deep unconscious rise to meet the conscious. And to begin this process of relaxation, I'd like you to focus all of your attention onto your forehead. And as you focus on the forehead, I'd like you to imagine you can feel 3 tendons or muscles stretched very tight across the surface of the forehead between the left and the right temples. And these muscles are stretched tight, representing the general stress and tension that we carry around during the day and the week. And as you focus on these 3 tendons, I'm going to count backwards from 3 down to 1. And as I count, I want you to imagine that each tendon or muscle is gradually beginning to relax. And as each muscle relaxes, the conscious mind goes on standby even more, allowing the world of the deep unconscious to rise to the surface more. As we begin now with a count of 3, the first tendon relaxes like a rubber band that was once stretched tight. It now begins to hang loose. Good. Now we count backwards now to 2. Second tendon relaxes. Conscious mind going on standby even more as we count down now to 1. Final tendon relaxes. Takes anxiety draining completely away as a wave of relaxation now begins to flow all through your body. As the muscles in the cheeks relax, muscles around the eyes relaxing, eyelids becoming very heavy now as you sink deeper and deeper and deep into trance. Good. And your shoulders and arms can relax, your chest and stomach relaxing, your hips relaxing, your legs, and finally your feet, until the whole body lies perfectly calm, perfectly relaxed, the unconscious mind now preparing itself to shift and alter in accordance with the images I'm now about to give. Good. And to begin this journey today, I'd like you to imagine you're walking through a nice green meadow. And the meadow is neat and tidy. The grass is freshly mowed. There's no weeds growing anywhere. You can smell the fresh country air in the meadow. You can feel the rays of the sun shining down on you. Not too hot, not too cold, just at a nice, steady temperature. Now, as you walk through the meadow, I'm going to be accessing one of my own metaphors to join you in this journey. And the metaphor is known as the she-wolf. And the she-wolf appears in reverse speech as a large, pure white wolf. And even as I'm speaking now, I can feel the she-wolf energy rising inside of me. I'm journeying into the regions of the deep unconscious. And as I speak now, I want you to imagine you can see my white she-wolf joining you in the green meadow. Now, my white she-wolf starts walking ahead, and I want you to follow. And the she-wolf leads you to a cobblestone pathway that meanders through the meadow. And I want all of you to start walking on the cobblestone pathway now. Now, joining you on the pathway is your own guide, and this is a metaphor known as the shaman, as the unconscious accesses the shaman metaphor now. And the shaman walks with you, keeping you safe and protected as you follow my she-wolf. Now, the reverse will say that there's herbs growing on either side of the pathway. Maybe some aloe, some heather. And I just want you to smell the scents of the herbs as you walk down the pathway. Now, as we get down a little way down the pathway, I want you to imagine you can see potholes littering the path. And these potholes represent emotions such as anger, frustration, loneliness, and all the general cares that we carry around with us. Now, the white she-wolf is going to navigate its way around the holes and potholes in the pathway. And as you avoid the potholes now, so too do you learn to rise above the own issues in your life and approach this journey now completely clean. Excellent. And now as you walk on the pathway leads you to the metaphor known as Eden, the Garden of Eden. You enter the garden and you see all these new sights, lush green fields. There's various animals grazing in the fields and birds singing in the trees. And the she-wolf is going to walk down to the very center of the Garden of Eden, where the river of life flows. I want you to look at the water flowing in the river. It's crystal clear, flowing at a nice, gentle pace. Not too fast, not too slow. I want you to walk upstream until you arrive at the waterfall that feeds the river of life. I'd like you to find a nice shady tree on the banks of the waterfall where you can drift off to sleep with your shaman sitting by your side. And as you sleep in your journey, I'm going to take you on another journey altogether now. And this is like a trance within a trance, or a dream of a dream. And to experience this journey, I'm going to count backwards from 3 down to 1. And as I count, I'd like you to imagine your spirit is leaving your body. Begin now the count of 3. Feel yourself rising in the air. You look down on your body sleeping below. The shaman sits by your body's side, keeping it safe, so your spirit can go traveling. And on the count of 2, you float through the clouds, and greeting you in the air is the white she-wolf. And the white she-wolf flies into the outer atmosphere of the earth. You follow the she-wolf, and on the count of 1, you enter the regions of outer space. As the she-wolf takes you past the moon, past the planets, until all you can see everywhere you look is stars. And now as you travel even deeper still, you float over a land of mist, deep in space. And in the middle of this land of mist is this beautiful crystal city with streets paved with gold. And this is a metaphor known as the city of heaven. You follow the she-wolf over the top of the city, and as you float over the city, you can hear the sounds of angels singing. The sounds of their songs fill the air, and the energy of love washes through your body now. And now as you follow the she-wolf, it takes you to a vast valley that lies beyond the city. And there's daisies growing all over the valley, from end to end and width to width. And at the end of the valley, there's a tall mountain. And on the top of the mountain is a brilliant white light, shining brighter than the sun. You follow the she-wolf towards the light. And as you get closer to the light, all you can feel is this overwhelming sensation of love that floods all of your senses now. And as you get even closer still, the love becomes so great, all you're aware of is love. And for a brief moment, you actually touch the light. And in that moment, you understand all knowledge and all mysteries. And you understand that the power of love is at the heart of it all. And what we're going to do is we're going to collect this love as a group. And the way we're going to do that, you pull away from the light, you float a little way in the distance, you cup your hands together. And as you do, I want you to imagine you are collecting a blue ball of love in the palms of your hands as the deep unconscious shifts and alters now. And carefully cradling this ball of love in your hands, which is the love of God, the she-wolf flies up in the air. You follow the she-wolf, she takes you back down to the planet Earth, as on the count of 1, you enter the outer atmosphere of the Earth. And 2, you float down to your body below. And on the count of 3, you re-enter your body, waking up in the Garden of Eden. The shaman is there waiting for you. And you are still cradling the blue ball of love in the palms of your hands. And now you follow the she-wolf, and the she-wolf leads you to the very center of the garden. And in the center of Eden, there's a mighty whirlwind spinning around and around, and straight up and down like a column of light. The whirlwind reaches up into the clouds and travels up into the outer atmosphere of the earth. It is indeed the whirlwind of the collective unconscious itself. And what I want you to do is to walk into the center of the whirlwind. And as you stand in the center of the wind, you raise your hands in the air and release the ball of love into the whirlwind. It rises up the whirlwind, filling the whirlwind of love, and it repels all anger and hatred as it rises. Now, reversals say that there is a witch in the whirlwind, which is causing all the conflict in the world. And as the love rises even higher, still expels the witch out of the whirlwind, and she vanishes in a puff of smoke. And then the love rises even higher still. It reaches the outer atmosphere of the earth, and as it travels the whirlwind, it spreads out and surrounds the whole earth with a blue ball of love, as the love of God is now released into the entire whirlwind of the collective unconsciousness of the planet. And now I just want you to hold this image in your mind, because this is the last image of this journey. As you see the planet Earth surrounded with a blue ball of love, I'm going to count from 1 to 5 and bring you back out of trance. And you'll come back to the room wide awake, fully refreshed. And the unconscious will process all of these images over the next few days and weeks. So on the count of 1, just hold the image in your mind. There's 2. The unconscious mind recedes back to where it was. And 3, breathing and heart rate gradually begin to return to normal. There's 4, conscious mind reawakens now